Damn, dad, that shit for real.
What up, fellas? What up,
What up? What up? What's
Good
going
world.
on?
What's up,
What's
y'all?
good?
And again, coming to you, this is the SED podcast with the homie LV, Lucho, J Guns in the
Yes,
building. What's
sir.
up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Man, long week back to school this week. Back with actually last week, but kids, man, kids. What's going on with you fellas, man?
Chilling,
Man,
man.
maintaining, man.
Maintaining, trying to get through the day, man. You already know.
Trying to get through the week, man, after that Cowboys performance. Sheesh.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got a
Lord.
lot to talk about, man. Lackluster performance, to say the least, by your boys. But we'll get into that. Die-hard Cowboys fans, man. But you know how we do it. Kicking it off. What we drinking on, fellas? What you drink for the evening, if you are partaking.
Oh,
Can I kick
yeah.
it
I'm
off?
on,
Go ahead.
what you got, some Jack?
You want to Jack tonight,
Okay.
man.
I
It's
got
gonna get
some a little
real on the
light.
podcast tonight, man.
Oh, shit.
Modelo.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to the homie Zoe, man. He put me on this. I don't know if I got the right one. I can't even pronounce it, so I won't try to mess it up. But yeah, it's tequila.
What is that? What is that? Tequila? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
tequila. Yeah. I don't even want to butcher it, but you know. That's that. So I think I got a lot of good response last week. We talked about reliving experience, man. I know there's more than one we can name, but let's just give another one real quick, man. Off the top. Um, I think Marv was talking about the Pistons when they won. I said the Michigan game where we lost, we should have won. Lost to Michigan State in an undefeated season. I would like to see. It's probably not a moment, but it's like a season. I don't know if y'all remember Tommy Frazier, the quarterback from Nebraska, like from 94,
Yeah.
95.
Oh
I would
yeah.
love to
Oh
see
yeah.
him play. Like I would see his game today, man. Like he was like the Mike Vick of the early '90s, mid early '90s in college football, man.
Right.
Like he had the arm, he had the speed. I remember on the college football, Bill Watch college football. I had it. I think it was '94. I had that game, and he was a cheat code. It was like how Mike Vick was on Madden '04 or '05. Yeah, I would love to see how his
Right.
game. My pops watched him a lot. So I was, '95. I was 11. So I remember sporadically watching him in college, but I knew he was a beast.
Yeah.
What's up, Lauren?
Yeah.
What's going on? For me,
Frazier was definitely a beast. Number 15, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. 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 Frazier had an amazing season. I think one game that I would definitely like to see up close is I believe it's the 2006 Rose Bowl with Texas versus USC, and just the way Vince Young played that whole season. Vince Young was amazing, man. Just a real dual threat. I think he had 200 rushing yards in the game and over 200 passing. So yeah, the dude gave you 400, total offense. Not to mention you got to see Reggie Bush, Matt
Yeah.
Leinart on the other side of the field, Taylor Mays.
For him,
It was
for him to take that team and beat that
oh yeah,
that dominant
the
USC
Trojan
team.
team. Yeah,
And you look at it,
Yeah.
if you watch the replay, Vince Young he didn't look like he was that fast. I know he
No,
was
he
quick.
did
I know
it.
he
He
was
did it.
tackle, but he was out running. I mean, he ran the he dominated that game. So that's a good one.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely something I like to see up close.
All right. What about you, Phil?
shit, for me, if I can relive any experience with sports, I will go back to 2011 with the Dallas Mavericks and that incredible run that
Oh
they
yeah,
had.
yeah,
I don't feel like people talk about that enough because you got to look at the teams that we had to deal with. At that time, the Mavs and Dirk was dealing with a prime KD, a prime Russ, Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe,
And then on top of that, you beat LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Yeah. So I love that experience when it did take place. It was a great time for the city. And I was so happy for Dirk, man. So I would
Right.
definitely want to relive that, man. I was so happy for that man. And that's what I would relive, man.
Yeah, and
2011.
kind of on the last podcast when you and Marv was talking about how Detroit was so, when y'all won that championship, everybody was so friendly. Man, it was the same way in Dallas, man. I was downtown, like 2 minutes away from American Airlines, and man, it was lovely. The atmosphere was just lovely, man. Just being
It
out
was
there,
lovely,
like
but it
just
was
literally.
it was hot as hell. Like people was
Yeah, it
passing
was.
out.
Oh
It
It
was like
yeah,
was.
over
It
100
was.
summertime
degrees with that
Dallas.
snow, man.
Yeah. It was a beautiful moment, though. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What up, Alicia, Mel, Mom, my sister Christina said Pistons win the championship. Yeah, it was a time, man, and that was '04. She was young too, so that was a time for us in Detroit, man. Everybody went downtown. We had nowhere to go because the Pistons weren't playing downtown. It was in Arbor, but we was just downtown. It was the spot.
How far is that from downtown?
Ann Arbor was like 25 minutes because they didn't play in the actual city of Detroit. They played in Ann Arbor, right outside.
Right.
About 25 30 minute drive. I seen a lot of games. For some reason, Utah tickets was always cheap. I always remember seeing Greg Ostertag out there. Like, I always see Greg Ostertag playing against him. So yeah, I think we keep that up, man. I think we can find some more week to week, man. Just talk about it, some nostalgia.
Right.
Going on to real quick. Yeah. Oh yeah, more like 40-minute drive. My bad. She's on it with the time. Whew. The game that was Monday night, the big lead up to the championship game, man.
Boys are playing on rookie like on Madden.
They got ugly.
It was tough.
That was tough. That was real tough, man.
Detroit is. It's been a while. Ann Arbor, not Ann Arbor.
Hell, your head, Viz.
Auburn Hills. My bad. I say Ann Arbor. I'm talking about Michigan. The Palace of
y'all
Auburn
get on
Hills.
him, man. Get on his ass.
Yeah.
Get on him.
Get on him. But anyway,
you said you ain't been in the streets, man. You've been gone for too long.
My bad, Auburn Hills. Yes. Auburn Hills, not Ann Arbor. Yes. I think about Michigan, that's my team, but talking about college football, yeah, that game got ugly quick. I was sitting here watching it. Next time I know it was just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I don't know, man. I thought TCU's offense would have put up more of a fight, but it just show how deep and how good that Georgia team is.
Right.
Oh yeah, we got a poll going in the chat, so you guys can fill out that poll for us real quick. But y'all go ahead speak on the game. I'm just throwing up the comments.
Yeah.
It wasn't a game. To be honest with you,
it wasn't a game. It definitely wasn't. Get them Trill.
I was just gonna say, man. It was tough to watch, especially I'm in Fort Worth, so me just stepping out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of people wearing that TCU gear. They was ready. I just find it funny because Dallas and Fort Worth is connected. So when when TCU was getting ready to play this game, TCU and people in the city of Fort Worth was like, when we win that championship, make sure y'all just mention Fort Worth. Don't say nothing about Dallas. But when they took that L, everybody was like, okay, y'all better hold that L by y'all goddamn self. But yeah, man, it wasn't close, man. I hate to see it just because people want to see a good game. They wanted to see a good championship, and unfortunately, we did not see that. It was Georgia dominated from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, so it was crazy.
Yeah, man. You just really saw how dominant these SEC teams really are. This is Georgia's second year winning it in a row, and they're dominating the SEC right now. Bama, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen Bama, so everything is going through those Bulldogs. But man, TCU didn't even look like they deserve to be on the same field with them, man. I low-key would have rather had a rematch with Ohio State or maybe even Michigan. Some a little bit more competitive, but shout out to Georgia. They did their thing. The old quarterback got it done. I didn't realize he was as old as Lamar Jackson.
That's the transfer crazy.
Yeah, he's an old dude. But shout out to Georgia. They did their thing, and TCU, they'll be good again. They'll always be good. It was just a blessing to get there, so it's still a win for them in my books.
Yeah, man. Watching that game, I had flashback of that Bama Notre Dame championship game where, it was bad, man. Where it just, I wouldn't say TCU don't belong on the same field, but once you get punched in the mouth that hard, man, it's hard to get back up. She said, "Yeah, Georgia, you don't eat that corn." Yeah, it was ugly. It got ugly quick for them dogs, man. Like you said, the quarterback's 25 years old, though. Let's talk about that.
Right.
How's he 25 playing against a bunch of 21s and 19 years old?
Right.
I understand the transfer portal is what it is, and these fifth-year graduates and all that, but come on, man. Like he had at least 7 years of experience in college football.
Yeah, man. Like, what are we doing, sir?
Go, bro. Get out of here. Go do something.
Don't forget. You remember Chris Winkie?
Chris Winkie.
He
got a Heisman trophy. He got a Heisman trophy. He was old, man. But yeah, it was an interesting question I heard. I think we kind of talked about it last night for a second. With them expanding the college football playoffs, I think was 12. It's jumping to 12.
Yeah.
Do we need that? Because if you look at if they had this deal 1 versus 2, it'd been Georgia versus Michigan.
Right.
But and like I said, I'm not talking down on TCU, but You know, they were fourth, right? They were the fourth seed, and they took care of business. They beat the Michigan team who should have won, had all the opportunities to. But what if you get a team like UCF that upsets a seed and they end up being a championship game? Is that what the people want? Do you want to see that?
I think so. I think so. And the reason why is because for as long as the BCS was around, everyone was kind of upset that there wasn't a fair way to figure out who's number one and who's number two. You know, we always had issues. We had co-champions. We had a lot of dilemmas with that BCS setup. Now, with this, I think it gives a fair fight for the top teams in the country, the top 8, top 12, put them in playoff brackets and battle it out. Hey, it's NFL. It's NFL format, man. You're taking the top teams. We're gonna put you in the bracket and may the best man win. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, man, because it's hard to with so many conference and so many one loss teams, so many undefeated teams. It's hard to kind of determine who deserves what. So let's put them in a bracket. Let's get all the top teams around the country, put them in a bracket, and let's see who's the big dog.
Now, before you go, real quick, Trill, with you saying that, do you add the HBCU teams that don't get a shot? Do you add the Jackson States?
Go ahead.
I often say they don't get added, and they don't get added because they don't play the same schedule. They don't play the same schedule as we do.
They undefeated.
They don't play the same schedule. Create the HBCU bracket. Create your HBCU bracket and go and do your tournament that way. But no, we play 2 different schedules.
Based off your original format, you say, hey, you know, the undefeated teams, all these conferences, they've been there. Put Jackson State.
They can't make it. They can't make it, man.
Go ahead.
I mean that I would do that. They need their own bracket, man. I wouldn't put them in there. That's just me, though.
No, I was just being funny. I mean, the reality is it's the way recruitment goes, man. It's like, but you are seeing a lot of big names. And shout out to Ed Reed. Ed Reed is coaching the HBCU team now. So you're getting these names going to the schools. You're gonna get recruits. It's gonna be a little bit more time before they try to compete with with the SECs, the Big Tens, in the world. But it starts somewhere. So
I was gonna ask Nutra, who's this quarterback that just recently committed to Texas?
Not Archie Manning. You said corner.
Quarterback.
Quarterback. Dang, I gotta take a look at that. The last one I know is Archie. I didn't know they picked up another one.
It's another one, I believe, that's just committed too.
They picked up another one. He probably changed his positions. Is he a brother?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
As athlete.
He's probably gonna be an athlete too.
So, what's your position? Quarterback slash athlete?
Hey, Texas is known for changing your position, man. Texas done changed more athletic quarterbacks than so many.
But you gotta change the position. You want to play, change the position. You can't. Everybody can't be Tim Tebow.
Yeah, everybody can't be Vince Young.
All right, man. So yeah, I give my opinion. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see some upsets and then it be another disaster we saw on Monday.
So you okay with not
1 versus 2
rightfully knowing
who's
number 1 and who's number 2? You're fine with just
you know what number 1 number 2 is.
You say that now, but when your 1-loss Michigan team don't make it because the 1-loss whoever team, Alabama getting another shot at the championship, I don't want to see 2 conference teams playing each other in the championship.
Nah, I will give you that.
I don't ever want to see that, man. Like this, I don't want to see that.
I also think if a team beats you once, you don't get a chance to see them in the playoffs. The fact that Ohio State weaseled them, they were back into it. I'm glad Bama. They were trying to find a way for Bama to get into it, which probably.
Oh, they definitely was.
They probably should have been. But no, I'm glad they kept Bama out. Ohio State losing the last game of the season and still getting playoffs is still wild to me.
Crazy.
But it is what it is. So much money in there. They know who they want in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, here we go. Money, Mar. What up, man?
What up, though?
What up, man? Right,
What up,
right on
bro?
time, man. We got to switch gears, man. Over to the NFL, man, and one thing that tops everything, man. We put it on, man. Damar Hamlin's home, man. He got discharged early this afternoon. He's big news, man. Seeing what we saw Monday before last, to him being to go home is truly a blessing, man. So he had everybody's thoughts and prayers from outside of football. Was rooting for that guy, and it was crazy because I watched. I usually don't watch the pre-games on Sundays, but I was up, so I was watching the pre-game show, and ESPN did a nice little piece about him and his charity, and him especially doing COVID, and him helping his mom, just because he wanted to, and to see how much money they had donated to his cause it's truly, truly great to see, man. All this craziness going on for us, it's good to see a story like that. And everybody, no matter what team you root for or who your allegiance is with, everybody was rooting for that guy. I love to see, players from other teams wearing the number 3. It was dope.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I love the fact that just everybody came together, and that's big. Just seeing everybody just just praying and making sure that he came home. So it's a good look. I'm glad that he is home. Doing a whole lot better because it could have went the other way.
Yeah.
But God willing, God looked out, and that young man is now home. Now you got to ask yourself this: like, what does this do to the Bills? Like, I feel like this is gonna just make them come out the AFC, just to play for him.
Right.
So it's crazy. The Bills, I think the Bills may come with it just because of, just off the strength of that alone. So
they definitely did this past weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was a good, like I said, everybody touched on it. It was a good look to see around the league. Even different, other teams that wasn't even involved in that game, supporting, wearing the jersey and things like that. That was real dope. And it's just a blessing that he was able to make it back home. You know what I'm saying? He's strong power. So you know what I'm saying? Continue speedy recovery. I hope that, if Lord willing, he can get back on the field, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, if he chooses to. But nothing but full recovery for that guy.
Yeah. Shout out the champ is here. All right, man. You gotta do something with that quarterback, man. I don't know how long you gonna roll with that quarterback, but you maintain it. So one of the biggest news other than that, over the weekend on fire. What do they call it? Black Monday or
Black Monday?
Black Monday.
Yeah.
One of a heck of a lot of news, but this is the biggest one. Cliff Kingsbury fired. What do you take?
I blame Kyler. For that. I hate to see it just because I feel like he's a great offensive minded coach. But I kind of had a feeling this was going to take place just because of the relationship with him and Kyler. The Cardinals showed their colors. I think they standing behind Kyler Murray at this point, with letting him go. But I feel like he should come over to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Let Kellen Moore walk. Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore is being interviewed by the Panthers right now. So Kellen Moore walks. So I wouldn't mind him coming over to Dallas, call some plays, and help Dak out. But hey, but yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I blame Kyler for that. It's Kyler's fault.
Yeah, I'm with Trill, man. It's not unfortunate because some people would have thought that he would have been fired his first year. He hasn't been a fan favorite with the Cardinals organization or really the NFL. Even when he was hired, he was under 500 or barely 500 college coach, and he still got the job. So that kind of had people, looking at him kind of sideways. But yeah, I think Kyler had a lot to do with it. We saw the clips; they didn't click. They didn't get along. They didn't have the type of relationship you would think a head coach and a franchise quarterback would have. Not the type of relationship you need if you want to win the ultimate goal. So They say that Kyler Murray is going to be in the process with the new head coach. So let's see what he gets in. Let's see who he brings in and how that relationship. Let's see how that grows. Let's see how that goes going forward.
Yeah. The relationship was, just not a good fit. Kyler Murray seemed to have, off the field issues that sank the team and things going on. You could tell that there was a lot of different varying opinions. And the fact that they are looking to tear it all down and kind of like start over is just telling that they felt like they wasn't going to go anywhere with that nucleus. So, writings was on the wall. I mean, the way that they had been performing and what their expectations was, they wasn't getting there. So, and with the talent that they had and not being able to win a playoff game, just speaks volumes.
Right.
Anytime you got D-Hop and those guys and the talent that the group of talent that they had, you're supposed to be able to make a little noise. Not saying that they should have been, about to win a championship or anything, but they wasn't doing much.
Right. True.
Me personally, I don't think Kyler's gonna be there that much longer. If I'm whoever coach I am coming in next, I'm not saying that. I am saying I get rid of him. Won't be a quick process, but I don't want that man on my team. He's toxic.
Man.
Nah, I mean, it's gonna be real, man. You know me, I'm Mr.
Just gave him 5 years, but
he is
almost $200 million.
Yeah, well, somebody will take him. Denver might want him. We send him somewhere. But no, I mean, but all seriously, if I'm a new coach coming in, I'm looking to see what I can. I would like to see what else I can get if I can. We probably won't be able to trade him because the contract is so big, and the fact that he's going to start off the year next year. But I don't see him ending the season with them next year. Either they do a Derek Carr, or let's see what we got, for the future. Because now the new coach coming in is going to have leeway. He's going to have that 1 year to what, we're trying to see what's what. So he's going to already automatically have that 1 year to, I don't want to say watch, but kind of see what's going on, who you want to keep, who you want to move. So I don't know, man. I think they go the Raiders' way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm a head coach, I'm not looking at Arizona's way just because of Kyler Murray. I don't want to deal with him. That's just me. So it's gonna be crazy to see how how this situation is gonna play out. If I'm a Sean Payton, would I want to go play? I mean, would I want to coach for Arizona and have Kyler as my quarterback? I say no. I'm not dealing with it. He's immature. He doesn't take the shit serious. So I'm not riding with Arizona.
And I was just about to say that, Marv. Sean Payton
is high on. Yeah, he's high on Kyler Murray. So that's why I think that they are looking to go after him.
Yeah. In a recent interview with Sean Payton and Cal Hurd on Fox.
Cal Hurd.
Yeah. Sean Payton expressed what he would do to get the best success out of Kyler Murray. Now, not saying that that's where he would want to go, but he definitely had some interest and some ideas on how to get that ship rolling in Arizona.
I call Cap. I'm sorry, I'm calling Cap.
I ain't gonna lie. What he said made sense though. He said that Kyler Murray
had some good points.
He said that Kyler Murray needed to have a superstar to hand the ball off
backfield.
To. Yeah. And
hold on.
He want to run the ball.
I get.
That's not saying much about Kyler if that's what he's saying.
If that's what you said first, I need a superstar.
We need a superstar running back.
He's saying that.
I don't know if that's the first
that
thing
would help
said.
him. You know what I'm saying? He thinks
you still brought that up.
He just showed. Yeah.
Because let's face it, if you're going against Arizona, you're not game planning to stop the run. You already know what time it is.
They just had a potential MVP not 2-3 years ago with David Johnson. With Kyler Murray as the quarterback.
He had some injuries.
But that year he was destined to be MVP. All I'm saying is
it's not that was like Kyler rookie year.
It's not
right. That's his rookie year.
But it's not too many superstar running backs in the league. Most teams are running back by committee. So
there's somebody good enough that can 1,000-yard, 800,000-yard back will help.
Will it? But that's saying a lot about your quarterback. I don't hear Aaron Rodgers screaming that. I don't hear Tom Brady screaming that. If you want to be one of the greats, you can't say he didn't say it. That's
especially for what they paid him. I need you to be a quarterback. Yes. I gave you a bag. I need you to go. I need you to use your arm to get it done.
Now, Kyler Murray has a lot of growing up and a lot of inner things he needs to work on. But if Sean Payton goes there, it's not a guarantee that he'll get the ball rolling. I think Kyler Murray has to get over some things to learn how to be a real leader in this league, honestly.
And Kyrie, I see what you're saying, but you're saying barring injury. That's the thing.
That's why he can't stay on the field.
So
yeah, that's his problem. Now, what I was gonna say too, while because Trill just touched on it, he said you got that bag, go out there and play and win me some games. Let's talk about it. Our 4 leading quarterbacks as far as salary goes, ain't none of them made the playoffs. That's Aaron Rodgers. That's your boy. I give him a pass. Deshaun Watson. That's Kyler Murray. And who was the 4th? Who's the other guy that got the big bag? But it's 4 of them. Russell Wilson. Your top four paid quarterbacks, none of them made the playoffs.
Okay, so I'm gonna rebuttal that. Not just because I want to argue with Jamar, because I'm calling him cap on that whole statement. Number 1, you named Aaron Rodgers, future MVP, not MVP, Hall of Famer, 2-time MVP. You see the weapons he has. He has, and then they got rid of one of his best weapons.
Hold on, whoa. Before you say that, Vizzle, I want you to think about this. Aaron Rodgers got 2 backs. Now, it's not.
As far as running backs go?
Yeah.
He got
He got 2 good backs, bro. And he didn't get it done.
I'm with you, Marv. It's not cap. It's not cap, Marv.
That's super cap. What did a running back have to do with your $200 million quarterback?
4 of the highest paid quarterbacks didn't make it, man.
And then Deshaun Watson only played 8 games since his
I said that. I said I give him a pass.
Oh,
he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
Come on, man. He was then he's on the Browns.
He didn't make it, man.
Granted, he got 2 back. Now that stretch he's been on the team, they had been winning. So imagine if they had him the whole year. But
that's why we don't give him a pass, because obviously Chubb.
And then who was your 4th?
Still a 1,000-yard back. He's definitely still getting it done. He still can move the ball. You still can play action with him. Some of these other guys, they don't have no running attack. They're getting it done, and they're getting the bag.
I'm getting a headache. So, and I think Trill is with me on this one, because you two are capping right now. So you mean your $200 million quarterback success is riding on who's in your backfield?
You have to be balanced to some degree. Not like you can't come out there.
So I should pay the back $100 million. We split it. Give a quarterback $100 million.
We'll split it. You gotta keep the defense honest to some point. Don't mean you gotta go out there and you gotta have a star back. I'm not saying that, but you gotta be able to run the ball.
Unless you Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. That's the only exception. That's the only exception.
I don't know, man. We got to table this. This got to be the only discussion on its own, because
I
just
can't.
Kyler Murray trash.
Pat Mahomes is the only exception, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I will come back. I'm thinking in my head. I mean, I'm thinking of all these quarterbacks who get the bag, who gonna get the bag, who don't got the backfield. You guys name it, but we'll come back to this later. Real quick, is so with that being said, is Arizona a good place to coach? Because I think it was Trill to drop that in the chat. No coaches lasted longer than 6 years, 6 seasons in their history.
They answered the question right there. they don't last long in Arizona, and then on top of that, you got Kyler Murray there. Like, I wouldn't find Arizona attractive right now. It's just me, my opinion.
I think that
right now they got it. Their front office got to show me that. I mean, a veteran like Sean Payton, I feel like could get the job done, could turn it around in 3 years, something like that, be competitive in that third year. But if I was a guy who, or coach who, maybe this is a first time gig or this is my second go round, I wasn't successful the first time, I wouldn't be looking at Arizona.
No.
Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
Oh, he was clearly kidding. I was about to say, what was that? Okay, I got you.
Then you also got to factor in too, whoever the head coach is that they possibly bringing in, you're gonna be without DeAndre Hopkins because he went out too. Yeah. So you out on a receiver and you got a toxic ass quarterback that loves to play Call of Duty.
And that gives us to our next point. He wants to get traded. Before I saw he wants to be out here. I stopped playing, but where would be a good fit for him? I mean, any team, of course, but reality.
There's whispers out there that he might want to link up with Belichick.
Yeah,
that's an issue. He has. I'm not a fan of Mac Jones. I feel like he'll be wasting his time going there.
I don't know. Mac Jones also don't have a receiver like that though. He's out there with Jacoby Myers. You talking about the dude who threw
it? So that's what I'm hearing. And Belichick don't offer up a lot of kudos to many players. So the fact that he walked up on D-Hop and gave him his kudos and told him, he's a dog and he probably still could lead the league in receptions, even though he missed the first 4 or 6 games, whatever. He really liked D-Hop. So I don't know if that means that it will work out there, but I do know that they have interest. For me, I would like to see him go somewhere where it would be exciting and fun to watch. I'd like to see him go link up with Lamar Jackson if Baltimore is going to re-sign him.
You said exciting.
Don't do it.
You said exciting. Lamar only throws to
That's not exciting. That's not.
Madden might be.
Madden might be. D-Hop is at that point in his career. It's kind of like the crossroads. You chasing the bag or you chasing Super Bowls. So if he's chasing the money, Chicago is the perfect place for him to go. They have the largest salary cap. They can give him what he wants. He's going to be due another contract extension. And it can help Justin Fields. It can help Justin Fields, man.
That's a good try.
He can.
He can help Justin Fields,
if
man.
If he was younger, I can see that. But like you say, he had a crossroad.
I mean, this is perfect. Our older D-Hop is perfect, man.
And he's still a great route runner. He's still gonna run them routes.
Yeah,
man. That'll help any young quarterback.
But I think, do y'all think, just y'all opinion, just real quick, do y'all think he's chasing the ring or he chasing the bag?
Ring?
I think ring. I don't know. That's
I want to say ring. I want to say ring. I want to, but I don't know.
So if he's chasing the ring, if he's chasing the ring, do you think he should call up the GOAT and say, "Hey, where are you going next year?"
No.
I mean, I don't want to.
I'm not gonna lie. If Tom Brady goes to the Vegas Raiders, I might hit him up. Yeah, I might hit him up. If Tom Brady say I want to go to Vegas with Devontae, I might hit him up.
Yeah,
I might hit him up, man. I might hit him up.
Y'all gonna laugh at me?
Yeah,
y'all gonna laugh.
Yeah,
y'all gonna laugh at me when I give my suggestion. So go ahead and just prepare. Don't drink nothing while I say this.
You going where Aaron Rodgers go?
No. I'm going out there to the 12s with Seattle and Geno Smith. Hey, Geno Smith.
What?
One.
Nah,
You know
bro.
what? I think that
Nah.
him, DK
Geno got to
Metcalf,
get re-signed first.
hey, he gonna get that bag. He gonna get that bag. But hey, man, Geno had a good comeback year under Pete Carroll.
Geno due for 28.
Listen for a minute though. They got a young running back. They got DK still out there. You add D Hop. That division, you know, they were a couple of games from, you know, making us know they got in the playoffs. I'm not mad at that.
D Hop,
They got
Lockett.
Tyler Lockett running around in the slot.
And here's the thing. It's in his favor because he got a no trade clause. So he's got to approve where he goes anyway. So it's going to be where he wants to go.
Just saying.
Yeah,
I heard the whispers. I heard the Bills might be in the mix. I heard they might try to upgrade the Gabe. Gabe Davis? I think they feel like they can upgrade there. So I wouldn't be surprised Buffalo, but another team, and I would really hate if he goes here. I'm also hearing the Giants. as well.
I heard the Giants too.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't think that D Hop is a I'm here for the spotlight type of guy. I don't think New York fit his vibe.
Yeah, he got the quarterback getting the ball. Unless they're gonna sign somebody else. I don't because. And then granted, it's not all his fault because Kenny Galladay went over there. I forgot he was on the team. They played their bench the other night, and I'm like, oh, Kenny Galladay's in the league. I forgot. He got the bag and went out there. Now, granted, it was injuries too, but I just don't trust Daniel Jones to be my quarterback if I'm in. I said, and that's me saying I'd rather play.
Well, Daniel got an arm, not the D Hop.
We have to credit the fact that he got this team in the playoffs too. Let's not forget. As much hate as he doing what he's supposed to do so far. So,
of course he heard.
I heard that too.
Of course he heard Dallas.
Of course you heard Dallas.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, we in the market for a receiver. So,
and Jerry Jones wanted that dog. He get it.
I mean, if it come down to Hop and Odell, I'm going Hop.
Oh, of course.
In this offense, I'm going Hop.
Of course.
But again, that goes back. We shouldn't have traded Amari to begin with. So,
all right, y'all take Hop. Give the Lions Odell. Let's have him shaking and baking over the slot.
I don't want Odell. I think we're fit just fine with the youngsters we got. Everybody's healthy. We see what happened when our skills got looking healthy. It was two different seasons.
We talking Chark. We talking Chark or Odell?
Shark.
Oh,
I don't know what Shark look like, but we don't need that in our locker room. We got one character who's actually producing.
He got another cap on under that magic hat.
You can have all the Odells, and I don't think it's a fit for our team. It's just me. I like where we heading. I like what we're doing. Nobody's
Odell don't like cold cities, man.
That's fine. But he played in Cleveland though. You know.
That wasn't my choice, man. It wasn't my choice.
You playing inside.
I said no more.
It ain't nothing.
We're good. I don't. So speaking of Lions, man, we turned around the season, starting off 1-6, potentially making the playoffs. Seattle, of course, broke our hearts. But the whole city was watching. My mom called me. You don't call me about that Detroit games at all. Did you see the Lions? I said, man, everybody's watching this game. That was our Super Bowl right there. That was our Super Bowl. You know, you got Jamal Williams. No, man, but you know what? I was hard on the team in the beginning. I said I did my apologies too many times. We seen when they're fully healthy, the offense is great. Good. We shouldn't have lost that Carolina game. That was a blunder. We can't get over. But defense is young. I like to see another year with Aaron Glenn. I'm here now. I hear him. He's up for doing some interviews, which
Really?
You know how it is. Everybody got interviewed now. Yeah, everybody want me to come to interview. For what? For what?
He'll be
Black
back
coach
next
has to
year.
get an interview.
You know what? I'm gonna give
He'll be back
AD.
next year. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll be back.
Let me give AD his
Hey,
kudos,
Dan
man.
was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go ahead."
Go talk to him.
But you got to give
Say,
AD
you
his.
know they gotta have that minority coach.
Hold on,
Get
man.
his
You gotta
interview out
give
the way.
AD
Get his
his
interview out the
props.
way early. Oh, Aaron, come on. Yeah, we already know. Come on.
On the real, you got to give AG his props though for the defensive game plan that he put out there against Green Bay.
Yeah.
Down to his third, he had a third string cornerback out there on their number one receiver. His secondary was decimated, and he still had the balls to go and blitz Aaron Rodgers when he needed to. Go ahead. What you got to say, Skip Vizzle?
Who's the Packers' number one receiver?
They got Watson and
Sorry.
Okay.
Mercedes Lewis.
Randall Cobb.
Who scored more touchdowns than Watson in the last 6 games of the season?
My bad.
All right, yeah, all right.
That boy
Hey,
has
but
Some respect though. Don't act like it's chopped liver.
What Glenn did with Aiden Hutchinson, the rookie, I don't think that should be overlooked. Also, I think they got the best out of him. He had a decent, he had a really good rookie year. Yeah, man. What is next for the Lions? I don't know. This draft is crucial. Y'all got 2 first-round picks, right?
Hold on, I got a question too. While we're talking about Hutch, do y'all think it would be a stretch to say that he could possibly win defensive player or rookie of the year?
I wouldn't pick him over the cornerback out of Dallas.
Oh, number 25. What's his name?
Yeah.
26, Darren Bland.
So we talking 10 plus sacks and 3 interceptions.
No, 6 interceptions.
For a DN, 3 interceptions for a DN though.
Oh, he has 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hutchinson got him.
Plus 10 sacks?
Hutchinson got Bland.
Yeah, I think he might get.
Yeah,
he got him. He got him.
He got him.
Yeah, he got him. He got him.
Don't forget my boy.
I didn't know he had 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Don't forget my boy James Houston, the linebacker. He had more sacks than the top.
I'm gonna be honest when I say this before we go to the next topic. I mean, the Lions are right there, bro. Y'all just need to go. Y'all just need to draft heavy as far as like
they just need swag on defense.
Y'all need to bring in a lot of defensive players,
fix
that defense, and I think y'all boys will be straight next year. I really feel like just based off what the offense did, you add to that defense, y'all gonna be contending next year for sure.
Yeah. And what y'all doing this offseason is gonna be real crucial.
Yeah.
Going forward, what y'all do with this because y'all got the momentum. Y'all definitely got the momentum. So y'all just got to put it in the right places.
I'll give Neutral credit because he was on the golf bandwagon early. Like, golf is not that bad of a quarterback. And he played better this year.
Golf is not bad, bro.
Stay healthy. So yeah, again, we don't have to rush and get a quarterback. We get one late. Just to have a backup, that's cool. But like Zoe said, D tackle and linebacker in secondary.
I agree with that, Zoe.
Kyrie said we might be losing our offense coordinator. I can see that happening before Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn just, you want to use your guys.
That offensive coordinator is something special. With what he did to get rid of that tight end and still produce, like it wasn't even a big deal. Not only that, to get the best out of Jared Goff. And Jared Goff, he spoke about his offensive coordinator after the football game, and they got a real good relationship. So, if he leaves, that'll be unfortunate. That might be the beginning of the end if he leaves.
That was our biggest hurdles was beating Green Bay in Green Bay. No matter what happened, that was always a tough thing to do. Was going to Lambeau and beating them. So they crossed off the list. No matter how bad of a team we think they are, but they were fighting for a playoff spot. We ended their hopes, just like Seattle in our hopes. But I like the way we're going. Now, Cowboys. How do you guys feel about the way you guys are heading to the playoffs?
I'll pop off first because I know they got a lot to say. I just didn't like the team's body language and the way Dak is not protecting the ball and throwing it away. He looking like my brother even mentioned it. He said he's starting to look like Stafford with them pick sixes.
Oh.
And that's gotta be alarming for y'all because you can't do that in the playoffs and think your defense gonna bail you out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I got to be real about the situation. I'm not gonna just sit up here and be like, "Oh, we good." Like, no, I'm not confident at all. Just the quarterback play is horrible right now. The game against the Commanders, that's not what you wanted to see going into the playoffs, especially from Dak, because he's been struggling these last couple of weeks. And then for you to end the regular season like that as well, that's not a good look going into the playoffs. The fact that Tom Brady has never lost against the Cowboys scares me. I'm going to be honest. So I'm not really confident going into this game. But I feel like if the Cowboys can cut the turnovers off, and we rely on our running game, let TP go crazy, and we put pressure on Tom Brady, then we give ourselves a chance. But it's gonna come down to that.
Yeah. Piggybacking on what Trill said, it's spooky. It's real scary being a Cowboys fan right now because you don't know what Prescott you're going to get. You don't know what offense you're going to get. At one point in that Commanders game, I looked up and Prescott was about 10 for 28. I'm like, what the hell is going on? How you like? What is going on? It's scary. I mean, I'm scared, honestly. Like, I don't know what to expect. The first 12 to 13 weeks, we look like Super Bowl contenders. These last 4 or 5 weeks, we look like a barely 500 team. Like, we look like we just making it. We just here. So I don't know who we are or what we are going into the playoffs. I don't know. I don't know what team you're going to get. Our Saxton fell off. Injuries are piling up. Interceptions, turnovers are piling up. Not saying that it can't be done. There is a way to beat this team. And like Trill said, it's going to be with our run game. I can't trust Dak throwing. Nothing in Dak's last couple of months tells me that we would be okay with Dak throwing the ball. I can't trust it. Either he making a bad decision or somebody dropping the ball that's getting tipped, that's getting picked off. So I can't trust the throwing at all. The only way I feel like we could win this game is we're going to have to run the ball. Tony P's going to have to break. This game to me depends on Tony P. I already counted Dak out. It depends on Tony P and our pass rush. And if that goes good for us, I think we'll be fine. If it doesn't, they'll be getting on us again, making memes about us again. Another 12 team, another 12-win team, and nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for it.
It really sucks because it just seems like our team could never get on the right page at the right time. Right now, everything else is kind of playing decent, but now our quarterback is looking crazy. Mm-hmm. So we can never just get everything rolling at the right time for some reason. And I'm just ready for the memes, man. I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, being a Cowboy fan comes with a lot of scrutiny and a lot of I don't know where the hate comes from. I mean, it's definitely there. Something that I guess it's being called America's team still.
Right.
20 some odd years since the last Super Bowl. I guess it gets on a lot of people's skin. But I watched that game and it looked like a team who was just out there to get the game over with. It's just nobody looked excited. Nothing looked like we got a playoff game next week. It looked like it was a preseason game. The mentality of where you guys look versus the way y'all play the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Commanders, everything they were just decided, just knowing their playoff hopes were in jeopardy. And maybe you guys knew you was in the playoffs and you just hey, let's just not get hurt. It's just run vanilla, get on the field, get off the field. But you can't do that against the Buccaneers because Tom Brady and Mike Evans have been hot lately. So
yeah,
and you know what? I really do pray that is the problem. I really do, because that game, man, just really took a lot of Cowboy fans just confidence away. Like, it wasn't even the fact that I wanted them to beat the Commanders. I just wanted y'all to at least look serviceable. Like, Dak didn't look like he was 10 for 28 at one point. And it was one play where he threw the ball, it almost got picked off. The very next play, he threw the same route to the same corner. He took it in for a pick six. And, man, it's rough, man. I just don't know what to expect. I don't know. We'll see. And then on top of that, we playing on Monday night. Like, damn, it's just
it sounds like a setup, don't it?
It sounds like a setup, bro.
Like
Brady,
a setup.
You know Brady like the Monday night games, man. So when the playoffs start extended to Monday night anyway, like, god damn.
Yeah,
it is a 3-day weekend. I think
like,
adding the extra game, the extra playoff spot, anytime the NFL is on TV, millions and millions of dollars in their pocket, especially Cowboys. You got Brady, Cowboys, Monday night. Hey, one more, get your popcorn ready. That's how they advertising it.
One thing I will add to this too, if I'm not mistaken, I think last year when we were going into the playoffs, I think we beat Philly. I think we put up a 50 ball on them boys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So we was riding hot in. So maybe see the opposite. Down to the lowest lows right now. Maybe they could turn it around Monday night. We'll see.
Yeah. We nervous though. We nervous, but we'll see.
Well, being nervous brings up our next topic. What player faces the most pressure in the playoffs? Not team. This a player in general. Go ahead.
I want to go with the Buffalo Bills quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Think so.
Josh Allen, and this isn't going to diminish or this isn't going to hurt his legacy at all. Is the pressure there for him to do something? I think so. I think we need people waiting to see Josh Allen take that hump. He's been crazy this season with red zone turnovers. I think he might lead the league with red zone turnovers. And his season hasn't been a great season. It's really been up and down. The Bills have really been a quiet team. They started off strong, but lately they've just been a quiet team. They've been winning games, but it hasn't been by large margins or, it hasn't been against really big competition. But Josh Allen, I think, got a lot of pressure on him just to kind of get over that Pat Mahomes hump. But it's not going to tarnish his legacy if he don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins.
That's a good one.
I think Kirk Cousins is probably not the most, but a lot of pressure, man. Got a lot of money paid with the Vikings. They, start off really, really hot early. It stayed kind of warmish, but I think for him to be with that, probably one of the best receivers in the game. And that last game they played, where I think Jefferson was able to get one catch. It was a bad look. So you go into the playoffs against a team who can easily beat them, the Giants, in the first round, the wild card round. I think for me, he's probably one of the most players who's feeling a lot of pressure. Real quick, one player who's not feeling pressure, Geno Smith. Hey, man, let's go out there and just play football.
Let's go play.
Go play, man. You know what? Hey, nobody expected you to be here.
Yeah.
You got the 49ers and their tough offense the first game. Hey, let's play football, man.
Come on, Geno.
For me, the first player, when I pose this question, I really feel like it's Dak, but I really don't want to talk about Dak right now in the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I will say if I had to choose somebody else, though, I'm going to go Jalen Hurts just because, you're the number one seed.
Yeah.
You got the bye week. You're expected to win that game no matter who it is. You at home. You know what I'm saying? You've been playing great this whole year. You know how Philly is.
The Philly nation is crazy.
Yeah, they're expecting
that is a tremendous pressure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. But outside of Jalen Hurts, it's definitely Dak Prescott as well. You're the quarterback of America's team, and you're not going into the playoffs confident right now. So those two for me I feel like they'll feel the most pressure in these playoffs.
I'm gonna go with Allen. We already spoke about those reasons, and I'm in agreement with that. But my curveball is gonna be Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is probably, he wants to play another year. And even though he's the GOAT and all of that, if he want to play another year, he got to come out there and perform against Dallas and Dallas pass rush. I know if I'm a 46-year-old quarterback, I ain't resting easy knowing that I got Parsons out there who gonna be coming after my head. And if I looking at it like this is my opportunity to show that I still got it, then it could be a little pressure. And then it's prime time. He's always been on the biggest stages, but at this stage in his career, if he want to prolong his career, he got to show he still got something left.
That's an interesting one because I mean, him being 45, I'll probably say the same thing I say about Geno. Hey, this play, man, 45 years old, you the one, you the GOAT. But yeah, it is a lot of pressure first round against the Cowboys.
That scares me, man.
Yeah. So I think it adds more pressure to the Cowboys than it does the Bucks. But it's still a good one. I mean, you want to keep that the resume going at 45, like you said, prove you could play for another team, another organization if he decides to go. All right, so I think one of them already got answered. We already know Tua is not going to play, which says a lot. I mean, he's still in concussion protocol. What about Lamar Jackson? Will he or should he play?
I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play at all, man. I go into the all season getting ready to figure out what my next stop is going to be. Yeah, I'm not risking anything until I get paid. So, nah, I'm not playing.
Oh, go ahead, Mar.
Yeah, I think I don't think Miami is going to be good enough to win without Tua. No matter if Lamar is back there or not. So if I'm Lamar, I might sit out another week. But if they win this game, then he's gonna have some real decisions to make.
With Tua, you seen that they're on that third string. Don't even have the backup.
That's what I'm saying.
Third string going in that game. I don't expect the same thing. Hey, you got the Bills too, first round in Buffalo. I mean, anything can happen, but I don't think it will. I mean, he was struggling to get the ball, Tyreek, and those guys there. Lamar, I agree with you guys. I wouldn't play. I think in his mind, he's not a Baltimore Raven anymore, and I'm not going to risk it. If I'm deep. This is end of the season. I didn't get a contract. I'm a MVP, AFC championship participant, and I don't have a new contract. Like, what else you want me to do? I mean, we roll out. I think Tyler Huntley's got hurt too, so I think they're down to their third string too.
Yeah, he was banged up too.
So I mean, it's one of the things you're gonna miss it when I'm gone because I'm not suiting up. Last time I see number 8 in Baltimore, in my opinion.
You know what's crazy? Think about this: that you're a third string quarterback. This whole time you've been on the bench, holding the clipboard, and then come to playoffs, you got to start. Like, that's crazy.
Yes. In Cincinnati, like, teams going off with two third string quarterbacks. So you got the third string going to Buffalo, third string going to Cincinnati. Tough.
That's tough. Good luck.
Yeah, we say he ain't throwing right now. I wouldn't either. I'd be hurt until the final whistle blow and they lost. I'm great where I'm going, not Baltimore. So we're gonna skip right over to we'll do the NFL Pro Bowl team, All Pro team next week. We got time to look at it and really look at the names. Let's get into the wild card predictions. So we got the first game of the weekend, the 3-day football weekend. Me personally, I love football weekend. So if we get 3 back-to-back game days, I'm all for it. And this first one is a doozy. You got Seattle at San Francisco.
Uh,
I think you muted.
I hate,
Gino.
I hate,
You should have stayed muted. Stay muted.
I hate to see, I hate, if I'm the 49ers, I feel confident that I can win this game, that I got more talent on the field and all of that. But I still hate just playing Pete Carroll because his teams are well coached and his scheming can
That's
cause
true.
you problems. You don't know what he gonna come out and hit you with, and you just gotta hope that you still just hold the line. I think the 49ers win this game, but I don't think it's gonna be like they're gonna drag the Seahawks.
I agree. I feel like it's going to be a close game too, but I will go ahead and go with the 49ers just because I feel like that defense is going to get them over. That 49ers defense is playing at a high level right now, and Gino has to face that. So when it's all said and done, that last whistle blows, I think the 49ers will be on top.
I'm around with Pete Carroll and Gino. I just feel like Pete Carroll is a playoff magician. Gino has played well before, and maybe he could get the best up out of them. I need the Seahawks to beat the 49ers. So let's see what they can do, man. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Gino, man. I'm riding this wave until it's not a wave no more, man. He came out there, he did what he had to do against a banged up Rams team, granted, but hey, man, he's playing his best football in his career, and I think
It's a great
ultimately,
story. No, I would say it's a great story for
No,
Gino.
it is. It definitely is, man. I mean, and if we come out a wild card, as a winner, and you're talking about a comeback story for the ages. And like they all healthy. You got the running back who's banged up for weeks. He's healthy. He played last couple of weeks. He's a horse. He's a workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
DK is DK, and then you got a little Tyler Lockett running around. Just imagine that lineup with D Hopkins next year. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. This is a game to show the D Hop watch. They just need one more piece. Just saying.
What was Gino's famous line? They wrote me off, but what?
I can't remember.
I didn't write back. Y'all remember that?
Put me on the spot.
This year.
He did. He said it after one of them games he won. He did say that.
Yeah.
Wrote me off. Can't write back.
And so what's his rating on Madden, bro? I know you know.
About a 78.
And what was it before?
Started off as a 67.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think Nucho used updated rosters anyway. This is my opinion. We'll go on to the. We got the Chargers at the Jaguars, man. Oh man, I'm rolling with the Chargers. I mean, Jaguars beat a horrible Tennessee team who lost 7 straight, which is crazy. Yeah, I like the way the Chargers have played lately, so I'm going with them. And I picked them to win the division anyway, so I got to keep rolling with them.
This is a great quarterback matchup. You got the two young studs, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. It's gonna come down to the quarterback play, and if I had a pick, I'm gonna go Justin. Don't get me wrong, Trevor's been balling lately. The Jags have been balling lately as well, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the Chargers are gonna take this game, so I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this.
This is one of my upsets, man. I'm going with the Jags. I feel like, I think the Jags got enough offensive power to get it going on the Chargers, and I feel like Justin Herbert losing in the first round wouldn't hurt him at all. People, we're not gonna look at him crazy. It'll be a bigger story if the Jacksonville Jaguars could get the win. So I think that it definitely could be done. I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I've also picked the Jags in the upset. I just, Herbert ain't showed me that he can get over that hump yet, and I
Has
still
all
don't,
his weapons now.
I still don't believe it. It's been up and down. They got a bunch of talent on that roster, and they still just barely, got to the playoffs. And the Jaguars seem like they are clicking at the right time. So I think that them having to go on the road probably was the deciding factor for me, and I think the Jags get it done.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch too. At the end of the day,
No doubt.
A lot of random touchdowns. I mean,
Anybody know the spread on the game?
I do not. I can look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's close, whatever it is.
while you do that, Mario, we go on to the next one: Dolphins at Bills. I don't know if I think this is gonna look more like that national championship game we just saw on Monday. Man, I think it's gonna be a lot of points scored early, unless you get Josh Allen in the red zone where he just cannot find his own targets. He finds other jerseys in the red zone for some reason.
It's scary.
It's so weird. Like you get to the red zone, you just great quarterback, and then you just throwing it to the other team. But I got
yeah, it's scary. Yeah, I got the Bills also.
Yeah, Bills win 42-7.
Yeah, I mean, you got speedsters at receiver, man. So their offense is based on them throwing the ball down the field, catching and running afterwards. You don't have a quarterback who can do that. Marv just hit me up and said he got the Bills on this one. So we're gonna go on
for
to
Hamlin too. Oh yeah, they're gonna be.
Oh yeah. Man, that game was
man.
electrifying. Like red zone was on that game most of the time, just because of what was going on. Opening kickoff was a touchdown. And it just went on after that.
Just imagine, just real quick, during that game, I guarantee you some kind of way they're gonna show Hamlin on the big board. He might even do like a.
They did.
No, I'm saying like during the playoff game though. I guarantee they're gonna have it to where he gonna be talking live or something
from his house.
From his crib or something.
Cool. Yeah.
If they do that, it's over.
I mean, they were doing what they did. They doing what they did after that tweet. He was saying go Bills.
Yeah.
Still in the hospital, and him waking up and saying, "Do we win the game?" And that was the first thing on his mind. Yeah. So that's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. Well, not for the Dolphins, but all right, another interesting game. This is it's hard to predict, man. You got the Giants going to the Vikings. You don't know which Kirk Cousins we're going to get, because I had Kirk in my championship game in my fantasy league, which played up to week 18, oddly enough. And he just put up a stinker. And he got one of the best, receivers. Now maybe it was his game plan, lock him up, but they ain't been right since Jair Alexander was hitting the gritty on Justin on that sideline. Alexander was talking crazy 2 weeks ago, and he ain't been the same since. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna ride that Giants momentum, man, and roll the Giants. I did pick, Saquon be comeback player of the year early on. I think, by him sitting out this week getting healthier, it's gonna be a real big factor. And I don't trust Vikings defense. Like, their defense is not good. So I'm rolling.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man. I don't trust Daniel Jones. I know y'all don't trust Geno. I mean, not Geno, Kirk Cousins. I don't trust Daniel Jones, man. I don't know. I think it's his first playoff game. That's gonna be interesting. But I just got Kirk Cousins at home. I think they'll find a way to figure it out.
Man, I don't trust Daniel Jones, but against that Vikings defense, he might do something.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna go with the Giants on that. I just feel like the Vikings are frauds. They're not really what their record is to me. But I could definitely see the Giants getting the upset. If they ride Daniel Jones and Barkley, I think they can get the upset.
Because Daniel Jones also shows he can do it with his legs too. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, he's mobile. He's definitely mobile.
Like you said, like that with that Vikings defense, man. The Vikings had to put up a lot of points just to go to toe, just to cover up that bad defense.
Right.
Well, another supposedly potential good game. We still don't know what's happening with Lamar. I don't think he's gonna play. If he ain't said it by now, I think he's gonna play. And I don't blame him. But Bengals win easily, man. They Tyler Huntley's hurt too. You already don't have weapons as it is, and then your star quarterback, the superstar quarterback's not playing. What are we doing? I think it's one of the games where they go ahead and just give the Bengals that dub again and let them walk on to the next round. I mean, why get hurt? Why get hurt?
Right.
Quick notes about this. The Ravens, they let go of Deshaun Jackson. That little project is over.
Yeah.
And then they just gave a bag to Roquan Smith as well.
I mean,
yeah.
They just traded for him too.
Yeah.
Lamar, both my eyebrows went, You traded for him, bring him in, he get the bag immediately. Granted, it's not quarterback money, but it's a lot. He's the highest paid linebacker.
Hey, yeah.
That says a lot. There's a lot of good linebackers throughout just us watching football.
Yeah.
He's the highest paid coming in off a trade. My eyebrows up here. So yeah. Last time you see number 8 in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I'm gonna go Cincy this game. I mean it's clear cut. Cincy should dominate this game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Joe and Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I'm with you too, Trio. I think there's no reason why Cincy shouldn't win this game. No upset or nothing. They playing at home. They got the firepower. They're healthy. Offensive line is still a little beat up. I know Lionel Collins, he's out for the year. So, but I don't see why Cincinnati don't win this game. I'm picking them also.
And I think they got a little bit of. I like the two-headed monster they have a running back. What's his name? Perrine.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Perry. What's his name? P. Ryan.
P. Ryan. Samaji P. Ryan.
Samaji P. Ryan. Yeah. I like him. I already take a big bite of what he eating over there. I like the dual running back. He got his. My bad. Mar, who you got? Mar Ravens and Bengals, man.
Yo, mute, brother.
You still muted.
Ravens. No, I got the Bengals, man.
I just asked you how to get your opinion. Money Mar.
What you got over there, Mar?
Yeah, what you just chomp on, man? You just bite.
Y'all been good over there lately.
That smoked hamburger. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got that cooker going crazy.
But be on that smoking now, boy.
I got the cooker going crazy, boy.
Yeah, Mar about there smoking every day. What we got? Daddy again? Smoke burgers again?
Hot dog. Did y'all have hot dogs and hamburgers yesterday?
Man.
Mar smoking everything now. Smoked eggs, everything is smoked in this house.
Niggas said smoke oxtails this weekend.
Hey, that's a good idea, boy.
There you go. All right, the last game of the weekend. Well, it's not really weekend. It's Monday night, man. Have you ever had a playoff game, Monday Night Football?
I don't remember.
I don't recall one.
Man, see, that's why people don't. Cowboys. Our Cowboys get a Monday night.
Right.
You know,
trust me, we don't want it.
Y'all don't want it.
I don't.
Jerry
want
is loving
it. Earlier, it feels like a setup.
It do. Put me on Saturday with the rest of the dudes, man. Y'all
mixed in. But no, dude, this is a head scratcher. Only because Buccaneers looked ugly early, but I think this is the first time we've seen. And now, granted, Mike Evans has probably been the most consistent receiver in the last 10 years with just 1,000+ yards every season.
Oh yeah.
Last few weeks, I think it's 7 straight, 9 straight. I think it's 9 straight seasons with 1,000 yards. And you've seen it recently where I mean I don't know if it's bad defense or just him and Brady connecting finally, but he looked good. But you guys have one of the best corners in the league, and if I'm Dallas, hey, you follow 13 wherever you go. That's just me. I don't know if he's a cover or he's a Richard Sherman type. I don't know, but um, shoot. Cowboys by 3. I think it's a field goal away.
I feel like you just saying that because we your homies.
No, I mean I'm looking at the. I'm just I'm a Tony P fan. I'm a Tony P.
Yeah.
We
So
know.
you get him and Rock, anything is possible.
Yeah,
I
man.
think,
I'm with you, Viz. I think that if we get that run game going, let Dak do his little rollout passes, but just kind of focus on letting Tony P rush. The key, once again, is going to be that pass rush and that run game, man. That's the only thing we can really count on for certain. So, yeah, I'm with you, Viz. I think it's going to be a close game, a tight game, because all our games are like that. We don't know how to dominate nobody. So, yeah, I got Cowboys by like 3 points.
I think it's gonna be a 1-possession game, and I'm gonna give the edge to the boys. For some reason, I feel like the X Factor, Michael Parsons, is gonna come up with a strip sack or something on Brady to close the game out. I feel like it's gonna be in the balance, but y'all probably gonna be holding on to your boots, but Brady gonna have the ball in his hands, and it's gonna come down to Diggs or Michael Parsons making a big time play on defense.
Yeah.
If you ever need Michael
You
Parsons,
said it.
this is the game right here. A
Yeah,
less mobile quarterback, but Brady gets the ball in his hands quick and he's strategic. So, oof, that's
And
probably
I think Parsons does have a little chip on his shoulder for not making the All Pro. So we might get a beast out there, man.
He didn't
We
make
might
it.
get
I
a
just
beast out there.
find this on his name.
Nah, he didn't make it. He's
didn't
already
make
been
it?
talking shit about it on Twitter. So
Yeah.
he didn't make it. But
wait, he made it. He didn't make it, but wait, Bobby Wagner made it over him.
I ain't know Bobby Wagner made it, but if he did, then yeah, over Michael Parsons.
What?
Let
Well,
me say this real quick. Let me pick the game because I ain't even picked the game here.
Yeah, probably. I got distracted.
Cowboys win by a touchdown. I think when it's all said and done, they're gonna ride Tony P. They have to. And I think Tony P is going to break out. I mean, he's already broken out, but I feel like he's going to have over 100 yards rushing. Keep the game simple for Dak. If we can keep the game simple for Dak, eliminate the turnovers, Cowboys win by a touchdown. But yeah, I got the boys.
And I only said Cowboys by 3 because somehow we've seen Brady play for years. He's always either driving the ball down the field to get either tie the game or win the game by a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's been the history of Tom Brady. Getting the ball in the last possession, about a minute 15 left, one timeout, 5-yard outs up the field just to get a field goal range. And I think he either missed the field goal or defense comes up big to stop it. My opinion. So again, man, shout out to everybody who tuned in this evening. Great show, fellas. As usual, catch us on Spotify. Episodes supposed to be up by Fridays. I've been slipping with that lately. I haven't put one up since Thanksgiving. So we got a lot of episodes to go up there. But man, check us out though. Check the ones we got out there already. Some good episodes. I will be more consistent with getting the Spotify content out there. Shout out to everybody who participated in the poll that Moan put up on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. Appreciate you guys for participating in that, and everybody who's been rocking with us since day one, man. We every week we try to get out more and more more and more content. The things we miss, ones we talk about. We got a Facebook page, we got a Twitter page. Then hit us up. Let us know what we want to hear us talk about. We mostly football and basketball. We can look at some hockey stats for y'all and read off the paper.
We ain't doing hockey, man.
We can read off the
We're
paper.
not doing hockey.
No, not much. We give you hockey, about a good 30 seconds of hockey. I can read off the paper.
With that.
But nah, man, I appreciate everybody for jumping in and rocking
Yes,
with us.
sir.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. So well, that's it, fellas. We out.
All right, man. Catch y'all next week.